It's not been easy for me. It has not been easy for me. And, you know, I started off in Brooklyn. My father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, where today we'll be looking at the greediest individuals of the century so far.
Am I evil? No. I think I'm the opposite of evil.
Number 10, Jim McNerney.
I'm Jim McNerney from the Boeing Company, and we are proud to be a part of this year's report.
From 2005 to 2015, Jim McNerney was Boeing's CEO. His leadership was highly controversial, especially since he was earning over $23 million annually at one point. Many criticized his huge paychecks, especially since Boeing was laying off thousands of workers, alongside freezing pensions. Many analysts believe McNerney prioritized cost-cutting over quality and safety, which likely set the stage for the Boeing 737 MAX crisis.
What I'd like to do is just hijack this moment and perhaps soften up the interview a little bit in so doing.
Although it happened after his departure, the company's development philosophy began with him. This means during his tenure, the company seemed more interested in making money and beating Airbus rather than making their planes safe.
For many decades, we at Boeing have challenged ourselves to make our products, services, and operations ever more environmentally progressive.
Number 9, Larry Ellison.
He's the samurai warrior of Silicon Valley.
Larry's attitude is, if you want to compete against me, then be prepared to be crushed.
Oracle Corporation is a tech company founded in 1977 by Larry Ellison, who was CEO until stepping down in 2014. As of 2025, he's one of the top 3 richest people alive, with over $250 billion to his name. He's so obscenely wealthy, he owns 98% of an island in Hawaii. This means the majority of residents are economically dependent on one person, a dynamic resembling feudal systems.
Tell me how you did it.
Well, I think my favorite line is, I had all the disadvantages necessary for success.
Under his leadership, Oracle launched one of the most hostile takeovers in history against PeopleSoft. Despite his absurd wealth, Ellison has given relatively little to charity, especially compared to figures like Bill Gates.
I think if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. So I've always been very ambitious. I've always been very curious.
Number 8, Mark Zuckerberg.
Are the allegations true that you are secretly a lizard? I'm gonna have to go with no on that. I am not a lizard.
The man who co-founded Facebook and Meta has become a symbol of modern tech greed. One of his most controversial decisions was to extract and sell data of Facebook users, prioritizing profit over privacy. This led to the Cambridge Analytica data scandal in the 2010s, where roughly 87 million Facebook profiles had their data harvested.
Your user agreement sucks. I'm going to suggest to you that you go back home and rewrite it.
Facebook is also known for amplifying things like hate speech, fake news, and even ethnic violence in places like Myanmar. Zuckerberg and his underlings resist correcting these issues since such algorithms are good for engagement and revenue. Zuckerberg even has his own private $100 million compound in Hawaii.
This past January, Zuckerberg expanded his estate to more than 2,000 acres.
Number 7, Jeff Bezos.
Every time I look at something, it looks like it could be improved.
Amazon has exercised monopoly-like power for years. At the helm is Jeff Bezos, who is the wealthiest man alive from 2017 to 2021. Unfortunately, most of his workers are way less wealthy than he is. Amazon has frequently been accused of mistreating its workers. Working in an Amazon warehouse is an exceedingly difficult job, where your bathroom breaks are timed and you're held to absurdly high standards.
Because of the way that they set their rates for productivity, it's a lot harder work physically, but also psychologically.
When workers have tried to unionize to improve conditions, Amazon has often cracked down and tried its best to stall these efforts. On top of all that, the company has frequently avoided paying taxes in countries like the UK, despite having an annual revenue in the hundreds of billions.
You have security cameras right behind you at all times that are looking at you 24/7, and if you don't meet standards or the rates, you're out the door, you're just disposable.
Number 6, Jeffrey Skilling.
Jeff Skilling was the poster boy for all that was wrong with big corporations and corporate greed.
The Enron scandal is one of recent history's most infamous cases of financial fraud. Its primary architect was Jeffrey Skilling, former CEO of Enron Corporation, which was founded in 1985. The energy company declared bankruptcy in 2001 after years of corrupt practices. Under Skilling's rule, they encouraged a system that rewarded deception and harshly punished whistleblowers. Skilling made millions selling his shares just months before they declared bankruptcy, suspiciously due to personal reasons.
I can just say it again. On the date I left,
I absolutely, unequivocally thought the company was in good shape.
When legal action was taken, Skilling claimed he had no idea the fraudulent practices were taking place, despite being considered the main instigator. In the end, he was put in jail in 2006, where he stayed for 13 years.
Jeffrey Skilling, now a free man after spending more than a decade in federal custody.
Number 5, Bernie Madoff.
The mastermind of the biggest Ponzi scheme in history.
The largest Ponzi scheme in history is worth an estimated $65 billion. Of course, to do a crime like that, you'd have to be extremely greedy, which is exactly what Bernie Madoff was. According to him, he began the scheme in the 90s, but some witnesses claim it started 2 decades earlier. It relied on promising reliable returns to investors, which worked by paying old investors with new ones. This meant they weren't making profits, they were just stealing investments.
We lost 95% of what we had.
I think what he did is despicable.
He sold his soul for the buck.
When the scandal was revealed, Madoff was tried and sentenced to 150 years in prison. Unsurprisingly, he didn't live out the whole sentence and died in prison in 2021. Number 4, Sam Bankman-Fried.
In just the past 5 years, Sam Bankman-Fried went from buying his first Bitcoin to becoming a multi-billionaire.
Given cryptocurrency's decentralized nature, it's no surprise that it's often used for shady things. One of the biggest crypto criminals was Bankman-Fried, who founded the FTX cryptocurrency exchange. In 2022, the company went bankrupt when it was revealed that Bankman-Fried had stolen billions from customers. In 2023, he was tried for his crimes and convicted on 7 charges of fraud and conspiracy. They sentenced him to 25 years behind bars, where he currently remains.
Former crypto king Sam Bankman-Fried is forfeiting $11 billion in assets as he begins a 25-year prison sentence for fraud.
It's especially ironic when you learn he supposedly believed in effective altruism. In hindsight, this was essentially weaponizing morality to take heat off his back, which didn't work in the end. Number 3, Martin Shkreli.
On the advice of counsel, I invoke my Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination and respectfully decline to answer your question.
For a brief period, Martin Shkreli was the internet's #1 enemy. As CEO of Turing Pharmaceuticals, he bumped up the price of the drug Daraprim from $13.50 to $750 per pill. This is an essential medicine to a lot of people, so he was sacrificing the lives of the sick and poor to fatten his wallet.
Am I evil? No. I think I'm the opposite of evil.
2 years later, he was convicted of fraud and conspiracy, then sentenced to 7 years in prison. In 2022, he was released early, but he's now banned from ever serving as an officer of a publicly traded company. Another controversy of his was buying the only copy of a Wu-Tang Clan album, then taunting the public with it. Number 2, Elon Musk. If you're the richest person in the world, then you're instantly considered greedy, since no one realistically needs that much money. Since 2021, Elon Musk has been that person. He has a net worth of over $400 billion. He's not exactly the most supportive boss for his workers, proclaiming himself anti-union.
They attack you a lot.
They do.
Yeah. and you seem to laugh it off.
According to the National Labor Relations Board, his retaliation against workers violates labor laws. When he took over Twitter, he unjustly fired 80% of its staff.
So I think things are reasonably stabilized right now. It was just on the fast track to bankruptcy after the acquisition, so I had to take drastic action. There wasn't any choice.
Musk is also entirely convinced he's a self-made man, despite coming from an already wealthy family from South Africa. Musk was also briefly in charge of the Department of Government Efficiency, where he implemented immense cuts to government services. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Donald Trump.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Stop it! Oh, it's so weird! Stop it! You know what?
America's 45th and 47th president considers himself a self-made man. Evidence against this includes Trump's famous quote that his father gave him a
small loan of $1 million.
His business endeavors haven't always been successful, resulting in multiple bankruptcies. He's walked away relatively unscathed from all of these while workers were left to struggle. Trump also ran the Trump University scam, which was the subject of 3 lawsuits alleging fraud. He paid $25 million to settle those cases in 2016. As president, he's also routed government and foreign spending to his own properties, raising his profits even further.
Just put this in perspective. You said it hasn't been easy for you, but my dad gave me $1 million loan. That probably is going to seem pretty easy to a lot of people.
But if you had as much money as the people on this list, what would you do with it? Let us know in the comments.
If you can't afford my medicine, you know where to find me. I'll be online, I'll be on Twitter.